Hello.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome. My name is Raluca Viziru, and good evening, everyone. My name is Raluca Viziru. We have tonight, this evening, as our guest, Rocco Wunderle. We are going to talk about your acoustical body. Rocco is a certified access consciousness facilitator, and he's co-creator of this class as well, and some other classes too. Good evening, Rocco.
Hello, good evening, everyone.
Rocco, what means acoustical body?
Oh, yeah, so thank you so much for the possibility and for the invitation. So the interesting part about acoustical body is that it's a totally different approach from what we have as an understanding of what is body, because the biggest problem with body is what we bought into about what does it mean body. And maybe you've heard it 1,000 times. Your body is a gift. It was gifted to you. And then you look at your body, you look into the mirror, and then you say, fuck, I mean, I have like lots of illnesses, I'm aging, I have problems with my body, it's hurting. And you know, you have all kinds of things, like you're not that flexible as you would like to, and anything that come up. But actually, this is the result of programming. Like your body has the capacity to embody you, the infinite being. The question is that what is the space you are functioning from, like when you look at your body, and what are the programs that you allow your body to be programmed by? That means who are the people around you that you follow their instructions, follow their ideas about health, their ideas about how your body gets older and what's happening with your body. Like if you look at your parents' body, your grandparents' body, and really how their body is aging at a certain time. So the question is that, what is the body you would like to have? Would you like to have a body that's really fits into this reality? And there is another option, which is the acoustic body. And acoustic means there's the nature of the infinite being, which is, in other words, there's the space of infinite possibilities. So actually your body has the capacity to change. It has the capacity to embody you, to embody infinite possibilities. But are you willing to start to walk this adventure? Are you willing to have that much spaciousness and that much ease with your body? Yes. Yeah.
I have a question here. Why do we resist so much to ease?
Okay, so the base problem is that, like, is maybe it's education, and it's the energy and the points of view and the belief systems of the surrounding people, and also how your life is building up, like from the very beginning of like really from the moment you are conceived, in just simply in the minds of your parents. They already have so many points of view of how you should look like and what your life should be. So there is a base programming that they have expectations that, okay, your parents, they have their own ideas that we are coming from this kind of family, our parents have this kind of diseases. So if I'm going to have a child, my child will inherit these problems. and we have this much or that much money. This is the lifestyle we can give to this child. So maybe his body will not have the best food, will not have the best kind of physical education, will not have the best kind of medication or whatever. So there are so many programmings. And how can you have ease if from the very beginning you're born into an energetic reality, like an energetic prison from all angles? It has so many points of view, so much judgment, so it forces you continuously, non-stop, into a reality that has nothing to do with infinite possibilities. None of the part of the reality during your life is sort of like contributing to receiving infinite possibilities. And none of that is like empowering you to start to function from spaciousness with your body. No one tells you that you have possibilities with your body. Like you have possibilities beyond your inherited qualities. You have possibilities beyond even this reality, not just beyond your family's past, but beyond anything that's known in this reality. So what would it take to have that kind of education and to open up that spaciousness for you, for the being, and for your body?
Thank you. Another question would be, we are not used to function from the infinite being, from the space of the infinite being. We are used to function from the need. And this is the question, what means need and why do we need this need?
Okay, so when you say need, it's like the things to be done to get forward, to advance. This is what you mean? Like a logical view, like functioning from the brain, from the mind, from beliefs or points of view or polarity?
I'm saying a space of lack.
And the question is, why do we function from the space of lack instead of the space of infinite possibilities? Cool. Yes. So as I mentioned before, this, like, yeah. Okay. So what have we decided about life and about the environment? Like there are so many basic points of view that is sort of like everyone is entrained into that. If you don't know something, you have to listen to your environment. You have to see how it works around you. Like no one is telling you and no one is empowering you that you know everything. Therefore, we start to look for the possibilities and look for the future that is like what you can predict from your environment or from the people around you and from your education. And that creates your future. And the problem is that if we do it, if we keep doing it, then what happens? We continuously create reference points, and that reference point is always a point of view. It's always based on polarity. So you try to compare yourself to something that is not really working. And with that, you don't allow your body to keep changing, to the infinite being you are, to your energetic reality, to your spaciousness. And as you keep solidifying with all these programs, with all these ideas, your body, there's another thing. You make yourself equal to your body. Like you look into the mirror and you say that this is who I am. or maybe you think about the profession you have, the family you have, the things that you decided you own or you achieved, but it's still not who you are. You still have a very, very limited point of view about who you are. But basically everyone is making themselves equal to their body and the image of the body. And imagine that if you made your body so limited and so contracted, like it's something that you are continuously connected to. And because of that, you function from the energy and function from the contraction of your body. Like, you know, you say, I have, let's say, flu, or I feel tired. You as an infinite being, you don't have flu. You as an infinite being, you are not tired. Your body, maybe it can have, or maybe your body can sense other people's reality. You know, not everything is true about what you can sense in your body, but you make yourself equal to that. And it doesn't give you the possibility to function from possibilities. It only gives you the possibility to function from that limited reality that is in your body. Like imagine that everything is sort of like implanted into your body, all these programs, and it's like a never-ending audio recording that you keep listening to. You keep listening to all these things coded into your body, and that's keep creating itself. And this is what needs to be stopped, all these energetic implants. And that creates, you know, there is a continuous idea that there is a life expectancy for men, for women. There is a life expectancy in your region, in your family, in your country. There is a different life expectancy if you had certain kind of diseases, if you are not going down to the gym, if you are smoking, if you are drinking, if you are working in a toxic environment, and so on. So you logically calculate that, okay, now I will have a shorter lifetime. And this is what's happening day after day. And then you are watching the television, the media, the internet, and they have all kinds of new programmings for you day after day. Also, your friends are programming you. And none of that is a programming about possibilities and expansion and creation and choosing greater. These are all possibilities. That's like you're born and you have an idea maybe that, oh, I will have a beautiful and long life. And everyone starts to tell you, no, don't do this because your life will be shorter. But I enjoy doing it. Don't do this. Don't eat that. Don't do that. Don't try that. Don't go there. Don't be in that area or whatever, you know. And they say like living in a city is not very healthy because it's full of the cars exhaust smoke and all these things. So no one is telling you that you are going to have a better life or a longer life. All the programs and all the feedbacks from this reality are telling you that start to deduct years from your life and expect that you are going to die sooner and your body is going to break down sooner. So who does this belong to and what's the value of this? But imagine that this is the reality around you, especially if you live together with old people, then their reality is expanded into your reality. And if you work with sick people, their reality is expanded out to your reality. So how much of your reality is driven or controlled or programmed by the people around you? And can you, yeah, like where have you bought into that everything that you sense in the body is actually yours or your reality or your bodily reality? And everything of that will you destroy and uncreate. Yeah. Thank you for the question.
Can you talk a little bit about sickness, illness? What means that from your point of view? To being ill, to being sick?
Mm-hmm. So imagine that your body has the capacity to change continuously. And also we mentioned that like you can sense other people's reality, their body's reality. And how many of your bodily sensations are just like copying or mirroring other people's physical reality. So it's not yours, but you buy into it, it's yours. And if you buy into it, it's like confirming that, okay, until now we were sensing it, but now I'm starting to sense it longer than 3, 5, or 7 days. So it should be fixated, it should be contracted, it should be implemented or actualized in my body. Like, of course, you never say that, but you like consciously and unconsciously, you agree to it. If there is a state in your body that is stagnating or it's there for a longer period, it's maintained in the body, then you start to be afraid that, okay, this is now how it goes. Like if you wake up like very tired and your body is not that flexible, and you start to say, okay, now it's time for, you know, it's my aging. I start to sense it. I'm getting older. Life is starting to be more shit. And then you agree to it, and because of your agreement, okay, and body says, oh, I'm happy, yeah, you said this is how it should be, yeah. Your body doesn't have a point of view about your stupidity, and of course it's going to happen. This is why the body is an amazing gift. You just simply program it, you just keep listening and keep sensing things, and you agree to it, and this is how programming happens. And just imagine that the body, again, has the capacity not just to recover itself, it has the capacity to continuously change. And actually, just to clarify, change means a greater reality. It never means something that is less or something that is worse than what it was. So there is a difference between change and order. If you function from order, it means the reality is it starts to be more limited. If you function from change, then it always becomes the greater of itself, the expanded of itself. So it keeps getting greater and better. So we get back to the topic of the body. So like, again, so the body has the capacity to keep changing, and it means it can totally embody who you are as an infinite being. And when you buy into all this contraction, it's sort of like you give up, or you program your body to give up that capacity of keep changing. Like instead of allowing the body to keep improving or changing in any direction, you tell your body over your lifetime, this is what your body can expect, like going downwards after a certain age. And this sort of like kills your body's capacity to keep changing and recovering. This is how you program that. And yeah, what would it take for this to change for all eternity? Like, this is who we are. Like, we are giving that program to the body, but it doesn't have to be like that. So from the moment we start to let go all these points of view and clear, not just from the being, but also from the body, like let go all these implants, then the body starts to have a different reality, and we can start to function from possibility and starts to have more and more change through the body as well. And of course, as you start to have change in the body, you still sort of like partially or mainly function from how you feel in your body. And what it means, like as you sort of like release and make your body like free up from this situation, it will create a different environment for you. So it will create an expanded and spacious environment for you, for the being, because you still mainly function from the body. So that will allow you to have more ease and expand further. It's like an effect that that sort of like helps itself, which is really cool.
how do you make the difference between if you are in order or if you are in continuous change?
Yeah, so order means having so many points of view, functioning from a limited reality, functioning from polarity, like either right or wrong, and it's always limited. Like it's not from the space of infinite possibilities. Like when you function from order, your life starts to get worse. And that area of your life where you function from order, let's say you have so many points of view about money, or so many points of view about earning money or generating money, so many points of view about finding a new job, so many points of view, like each point of view is putting you into order. Like you are not functioning from question, but you are functioning from a limited space. And the more points of view we have, the more we lock ourselves into a smaller and smaller box. So the possibilities around you are getting less and less, and you feel day after day more of a, like it becomes like people, it's different how people start to function. Most of the people go into a more stressed state. Some people becomes mad about it, like you are contracted. And it's really not good. But but when you start to function from question, like in these situations, there are no question. Maybe the only question you have is, should I choose this or that? But those options, both options are bad. Like these are the, the opposite options. Like, should I buy or should not buy? Or should I buy this or should I buy that? But in both cases, you have a point of view why it is good or why it is bad. So it's, again, not functioning from question. And when you start to function from question, it's different because you always have infinite possibilities. You are not logged into any situation. You are totally free and you are not going to lose anything anyhow. You're always in a very space, like in spaciousness, and you have always that sense of everything is possible and I can keep expanding, I can keep creating and choosing, and like no one can force you into a situation that isn't unpleasant to you. So it's a totally different state for the everyday life in all areas of your life.
So if you came up with the subject, the money, what is the relationship between money and bodies?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So how, yeah, okay, like especially in let's say in spiritual area of the life, like there were times when you didn't need money. Like there was a totally different economical reality, and let's say those people who like, if you were, let's say, like, that's the question, what are you functioning from? Are you functioning from the being or are you functioning from your body? And it's, again, it's a very limited point of view, or it's a point of view about why do we have to choose from this or that? Because a lot of people says, as a being, I don't need money. But in this reality, you have a body and you need money because in this reality, you have to pay for things. And in order to keep your body alive, that requires money. Of course, there are different possibilities. Like you can start to really change your body and just be in question, like, does your body still need food, or does your body still need drinking, or does your body still need this or that? But I guess you will still need clothes and such thing and pay for the power, unless you are Darth Vader and you can make, the power, like plug in, like, you're so electrically charged. But And yes, why not? That's also a possibility. And still, like, do we have to be true? Like consciousness really includes everything and judges nothing. And how much judgment do we have on money? Like, how many lifetimes we decided that you know, your life is so hard and so bad because you have to survive, you have to work hard, or you have to find food for your body, otherwise your body will die. And all of that you logged into your body. And how many lifetimes have you been a slave and you've been tortured and punished? And, you know, the body for you was only the source of pain and suffering. It wasn't kind and pleasant to have a body. Or how many lifetimes have you been killed for whatever reason? Like, you've been killed for your money, or you've just been killed in a battle, the battlefield. So, and all of that is locked into the body. And you can say how? It's not this lifetime, but you are a being, and you as a being, you have new bodies in every lifetime, but you as a being, you are like overarching all the lifetimes, and you have all the information and all the points of view and all the contracts and all your decisions until you, let's say, undo these decisions. And imagine that how many decisions you made that you brought into this body that has an effect on your body, and that sort of like creates your reality. Like you say, okay, this is a physical reality, and my body is actually, that's the embodiment of the being. The problem is that it's not really your embodiment, it's mainly the embodiment of the reality and of the expectations of people around you, like your family. Like, how much of your face or your outlook is really should be something that was expected by your father and your mother? Like, how much of that, like, what is a percentage from 1 to 100%? And here comes another question, like, if you have so many implants in the body from past lives, and also so many implants that are the programming of your family and the programming of the media, the programming of your workmates, your friends, or whoever else. So how much of your life is actually the result of your own choices that was not affected by anyone, or was not limited by anyone around you, and was not limited by any of your past lives situations? Because all of this is also not just active in you as a being, but actively resonates in your body. And your body is very key on planet Earth. Like, again, you received it as a gift, because on this planet, in physical molecular structures, the information about how things are physically structured, it comes through a vibration. And your body is a key tool, or it's key equipment through which you, the being, starts to invite and create things, not just because you physically touch things and physically turn things, or physically, I don't know, manipulate things. It's also because you as a being, you use your body as like a radio locator, like finding possibilities through the vibration of the body, like expanding these vibrations or sending out the vibrations. And also through the body, you have the capacity to change the vibrations of this reality, of the physical reality. So you can, like, through your body, you can reprogram by using your body's vibration, everything around you. But how much do you practice it? So if we talk about body and money, how much money are you willing to create through using the vibration of the body? And what are the situations you are not willing to create, or you never tried, or how much do you practice it? Have you ever practiced it? And what will it take to not just practice it, but have information about it and go deeper in this whole area? Because maybe you've heard that our reality is a vibrational virtual reality. That means everything is created and also actualized from the vibrations. So what is the vibration that you are and your body is? So what is the vibration that you send out? What is the vibration through which you create your reality and which you create the physical reality and also your body's physical reality? And would you like to change it? Would you like to change it? What would it take to change it? Can we have fun with changing it? Just one more thing. It's a really cool topic. Like, maybe you've heard about it, that if you would like to become something, if you would like to have something, you have to have that energy. Like if you would like to become a millionaire, what is the energy of the millionaire? And then people says that, I don't know, I've never been a millionaire. And so there is that energy, and that has the vibration as well. It has all the information, how you should get there. But and then people don't see sort of like a bridge from here to there. And how can you see it when you never used your body as a tool for creating a virtual vibrational reality?
I will try to experiment how it's to be a millionaire after this Zoom.
Cool. Have fun. That's something really cool.
De mai pomeni distrează-te făcând asta. How can we do to function more from the infinite being that we are?
Yeah, so for example, the main topic of this class, the Your Acoustic Body class, that this is the purpose it was created to start to change your whole life. And of course, you can try to change your life and the things around you and the different elements and different parts of your life, but still, it's no matter how old are you, because you can say like only you are just 20 or 30 years old or 18 years old, or some people are 40 or 60 years old, and they can say, oh, I live in this limited virtual reality a longer time, therefore for me it's harder to change. For some who live just a shorter time, for them it's easier to change, because part of it is, it's logged into the body and you function from that limited energetic reality. And but actually it's really the same, that the people, everyone has past lives and energies and programs that affecting them and their creations. So one of the part is to start to change your body and let go all these limiting implants that are not allowing your body to function from the space of infinite possibilities. And also another part is for you as a being to start to function as an infinite being from the acoustic wave of the infinite being you are. And actually the acoustic wave, in other words, the space of infinite possibilities, and that means all combinations of possibilities as well, because that means like it is start to allow you to function from choice, from question, and from change. Like you can choose anything, and with question you always keep expanding and finding even possibilities that never existed before. So it's with question you create by combining possibilities and keep expanding the space. So one, again, is about clearing it from the body, clearing the limitations and the implants from the body, clearing all this kind of polarity that makes your body limited. And also, and that would allow the body to start to function from spaciousness. And that is the moment when the body can really pick up more and more the being that you truly be. But of course, part of it is to change the space that you function from. Like, you know, if you keep thinking that you are just the body, you are just someone that has one lifetime and can only live 60, 65 or 70 years, it will not help too much, because if you function from this idea, you are very, very far from the infinite being that you truly be. So there are different kind of, let's say, processes and practices that people can do to get into that space of the infinite being that they are. And actually, there is this thing what I mentioned, the acoustic wave of the infinite being you are. And this is something what we do during the class to connect to it and stay in that energy and start to allow ourselves to function from the being that we truly be. That's sort of like the blueprint of who you are, without lies, without judgments, without expectations and limitations. And of course, you can ask the question, like, how long does it take, or how hard is that? How easy is that? Like, if you don't do it, if you don't choose it, it will be very, very hard, because it will never happen. So it's different for everyone. But the question is that how much are you willing to put into this? How much committed you are to your consciousness and to your expansion, to change your whole life? And actually, what is the future you desire to create? I think that's one of the big questions.
What do we do when we feel unconnected with our bodies?
I don't know. What do you do? Well, it's a question of what should we do?
Yes, what should we do?
How should we deal with the body or with ourselves? So is that a general question or a real question, real life question?
General question.
I don't do much with general questions. If this was a real life question, I would say, you know, because what does it mean someone feels unconnected to the body? Like, how much of that is a definition? Because like, people get used to a certain bodily sensation, like you wake up, you feel like somehow in your body. You go to work, you have a shower, you feel like you have sex, you feel like somehow in your body. If you eat too much food, if you have to go to toilet. So these are all kinds of different bodily sensations, but during the days and as days are coming right after each other, you get used to it. And what if you do certain things, like you do, I don't know, you start a new diet, or you start to do a new, like, let's say, you some meditation or body processes, and the way your body functions, it starts to change. This is a possibility that it's not the same as it was before. But also, like, how much of what you sense in the body is not even yours? So who are those people, or who are those beings who have no body at all and connected to you? So how much of these beings you sense? Or let's say if you work in a cemetery, or if you work in a hospital with lots of people in coma, how much of them are not really connected to their bodies, and you just become aware of that? And there is a long list of possibilities. And So the good thing is that, like, if we function from order, then what I would do, I give you this list, and I wouldn't ask any questions. I would just go, like I have a list of 10 things, and I would ask you, if truth, this has happened to you. You say yes or no, then I go to the next. Truth, is this happened to you? I go to the third one. Truth is, so I'm not really functioning from question, not using my awareness. I'm just learned this technique, and I'm listing all these questions. So this is how order works. And then you can work from question and from consciousness, like if you connect to your being. But when you connect, when you are functioning as an infinite being, you're connected to the other person and connected to the other person's whole reality and to all the things that are connected to that person. You suddenly know that what is happening with that person, that part of it are entities, another part of it is some change in the body, and other part of it is this and this and that. So there is a big difference. And when people see it from outside, they learn the technique of the order. And yeah, in general, this is what I can say. And what I would like to invite everyone to start to have that possibility where they function as an infinite being. So there is no such thing of order in their life anymore, and they start to see all the dynamics they were functioning from in the past. Everywhere where they were functioning from answer, they were functioning from order or point of view, like, and you start to have more and more and more spaciousness in your life, more choice.
Rocco, why should we choose to come to this class, and what can we do afterwards?
Let's say if there is no group sex party on that weekend, you should come to this class. If there is no brand new Matrix 4 in the movie, you should come to this class. If no one wants to have sex with you on that weekend, you should come to this class. Maybe there will be someone who wants to sex with you on this weekend at the class. And the good part about the class, because there are no bad parts about the class, that you can learn all kinds of, let's say, amazing clearings and processes. It's not just learning, but we will do it. So you will be really, really kicked into the ass and let go so many bodily sensations, let's say illnesses and symptoms. Like many side effects of the classes, like lots of long-time diseases are just going away from people's bodies, and many areas of their life is changing. And also, like what we do during the class, it's about, you know, to know what to do with your body, to connect to your body. So you start to receive information from the body. You start to have clarity about what is happening, and not just in your body, but we connect, like you receive information about what to do, like how to connect to others, how to function as an infinite being. What does it mean expanding out? Or what does it mean to stay present? Or what does it mean to receive? And actually, what does it mean, acoustic wave, or functioning from the space of infinite possibilities, and how you create as an infinite being? And of course, I could say, oh, you just choose, but fuck, it's much more than you just choose. It's not just you just choose. Yes, it's very simple and it sounds good. And when it's something starts to be very complicated, it's better to say just choose, because it's like an answer, not like, it's like an invitation not to function from your mind, just fucking make your first step. But actually, there are times when people need information, and lots of information is there. So, you know, the difference between answer and information, like answer, it's like a dead-end road. It doesn't allow you to go further. It creates that sense of a dead-end road, but information is opening up a space. Like when you're, you know, when a child is asking the mother, like, why the sky is blue, and the mother gives the answer, because God made it blue. the child cannot do anything with that. It's like the mother says it, fuck, I had enough of your questions, please. And then the other option is that you start to talk about that, the color of the sky is the reflection of the ocean or the sea or whatever. And it works like that, like colors are created because the reflection. And the bad thing is the child will have more and more questions, but it's good because it's question. So big part of the class is about you, is to start to use these processes and body processes on yourself. And of course, you become a practitioner, so you can use it on other people as well, like as a business. Like it's a huge contribution to start to be someone who are expanding the reality of your body and expanding the reality of the people around you, whether it's just family members, whether it's just your life, whether it's just your business. And of course, like there are a lot of things of what does it mean choice and what does it mean limitation, and how can you change a limitation or a limited reality into an expanded infinite reality. Like if you have this with money, or if you have this with your body, if you have this with a situation, how can you change it with the acoustic wave or with these tools? So these processes are not just for the body and not just for the being, but for situations as well. So it can be used from distance and from outside of the body as well. So if you would like to have a life where you are more of the infinite being you truly be, and you have tools and information about how to change your life, and you can actually make it happen through your body and through your life and through the being, then please come. And actually, I believe we are starting to have more and more fun at the class. So, fun is always good. It expands your life and it gives a lot to the body as well. So, and of course, it's not just me talking during the class, but it's lots of life facilitation. So if you have some shit going on in your body or in your life, please bring it with you, like, and we will work on it and facilitate it and have lots of fun with all of that. So come and be open, and what change can show up in your life, and actually what change can show up in whole Romania with these classes.
Thank you, Lord Rocco. A pleasure as always.
Thank you.
Are there any questions? You can just ask your questions if you want to. Okay. I have a question related to the vibration related to the money. If I understood well, if you don't have money in your pocket, that means that you aren't on the right vibration. And how can I change this vibration?
Okay. Cool. So, so what is the space that you are functioning from regarding money? Like, you don't have to have money in your pocket if you have millions of dollars in your bank account or under the pillowcase. But would you allow yourself to have a totally different reality? Like if you have financial problems, that means you have like there are so many points of view that are sort of like driving or instructing your life, instructing your financial reality. And this creates, instead of like you function from all these in a contracted place. And if you are in that contracted space, you cannot perceive all the possibilities. you just see that, like, for example, if they say you have to have a good job, but you can only have a good job if you have a good profession. And if you have a good profession, it's not enough to have a good degree, but you have to have a number of years experience at a highly valued company. So it's insane, like how many people can say that they have all of this. So these are programs that are limiting what you can do. And so the next thing is that means if you want to earn more money, either you have to change a profession, so you go back to school and high school and whatever, or university. You have to find a better paying job. You have to spend there 5 or 10 years, because that's the moment when you can say you have relevant experience and at a highly valued company. But that's again insane. It makes it even worse. It's like a burden. And this is when you are functioning from this reality. I was just talking about the orders, the points of view that people are functioning from when it comes to money. Or you can say you have a business, but you have to have clients, you have to have a good product, you have to have a good location for your business, but you are living in a small town, in a small city, in a small village. You don't have money for renting a good place at a good corner or whatever. And these are, again, points of view about how you can earn money. But if you are functioning from infinite possibilities, it is totally different. It allows you to see possibilities, to grab possibilities, to sort of like follow the energy of possibilities that are generating money. It's totally different. Like, of course, everyone will tell you that you have to go and find a job that's paying better. You have to do this, you have to do that. So there should be a point in life where you sort of like say that, fuck this shit. I had enough of what people are telling me. I had enough of functioning from that. Maybe for them it's working, maybe they were lucky, whatever. But I will create different reality. And no matter that I don't have that profession, I don't have this, I don't have all the things that this reality says you have to have, I will create it. I will find that. And even if you have to win the lottery, then do that. Don't worry about it. There are so many ways you can generate money. Like, it is also generating money if you win money. If you receive donation, that is also, you generate it because you are the one who are willing to receive it. You are the one who are willing to create a connection between you and that person who is happy to give you that donation. So there are so many ways you can create and actualize it to have money. And most of these ways are outside of that contracted, limited reality that are driven by these points of view. So if this reality was just a clothes, like old clothes that you had enough, like an old worn jacket, just get rid of this old worn jacket and you know, pick up that brand new jacket that has that energy, that has that reality, like that energetic reality or that vibrational reality of having money. In other words, people oftentimes say, if you would like to have money, go and start to become a member of a group where there are wealthy people, like rich people, because they have that energy, they have that vibration. So at least you are in an energetic space or place where you have access to that kind of information and that energy. So you start to function from that reality instead of functioning from a reality where everywhere you see there is no money and there is lack and there are more and more invoices to pay. So if you don't have friends like this, you can play with it and you create an environment that is like that. And you know, you're a creator. You can create energetically, you can create the vibration, you can create everything. So if anyone has money problems, like it can be an invitation to start to create a totally different financial reality for yourself. Like sometimes the class is more like a business class. Sometimes the class is more about, you know, healing class or practitioners class, like healing bodies. Sometimes it's about sex and relationship, because all of this can be like practiced or can work out, or we can have like open a great space in all these directions. What do you choose?
Thank you, Camelia, for the question.
Thank you so much.
Are there any other questions? Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much, Rocco, for being here.
Thank you, Ralu. Thank you, Stan.
And we would like to let know everyone that we are going to have 2 classes in Pitești, your acoustical body and the foundation class. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. See you.